Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Game On. This is your sports morning espresso shot. I'm your host, Will. I'm here to bring you the latest and greatest going on in the sports world. To sit back, relax, sip on the delicious 1775 coffee that I know you're sipping on this morning while I read you off what's on the menu today. Oh boy, we saw sports history last night. Yeah, an epic, absolute epic collapse. I could not have named the stream better yesterday. Do you guys remember what the stream was? The stream yesterday. It was something along the lines Eastern Conference Finals, Game 1 preview. Knicks are ready to disappoint fans again. 14-point fourth quarter lead with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. They were up 9 with less than a minute left. And it all fell apart. And our parlay came through with Brunson over his points. Pacers money line. It was never a doubt. Never a doubt. So we'll get into that. We'll talk about that game. Got some highlights to show you from that. And we'll preview tonight's game too. And then we have huge, massive win yesterday. I told you guys. I was like, listen, this doesn't feel right. I already had bet big on the NFL not banning the Tush push. And then Diana Rossini comes out yesterday, tanks the market, just tanks the market, saying, it looks like it's dead. Now, Shefty, Ari, some of these other guys are more, I want to say credible, accurate. Nothing against Diana Rossini there, but she got egg on her face after this one. They were silent. I'm like, So I doubled down. And guess what doubling down did? Oh, baby, doubling down was the right way to go. I'm just kicking myself. I didn't bet more on it. Look at this big winner from yesterday. Look at that, Steps. Get in here, Steps. Celebrate with. Oh, wait, where are you at? I got this thing all
I'm right here. Good morning. You got me a little. I didn't want to add myself because I didn't know what I was going to look like if I added myself. Because you have, you got your new little setup, your little bells
new layout stuff going on. Where is this at? There we go. Look at that, Steps. This is why we couch.
Yeah. Breaking news. Will gave me a Kalshi winner yesterday. After what I've joined a week and a half ago, and he finally, he gets me to join, and then finally a week and a half later, he decides to give me a winner.
Dude, the one yesterday felt good, didn't it? We got on like at the perfect time.
Yeah.
and then we got out
the White Sox
because they ended up losing.
Dirty. I know they did. Felt dirty, but whatever.
We won. Dirty, didn't it?
Yep. And you gave me a parlay winner.
Dirty.
A little Pacers.
And I gave you a parlay winner. Can I get a round of applause for myself? Hold on. Yesterday, I had a good day yesterday. I didn't even get to see all this stuff. Good day. It was a good day, Scooter. Good day. This is how I was last night celebrating. Oh, yeah. I totally forgot. When I woke up this morning and I saw your text, I totally forgot about the parlay. Yeah. Because I was just thinking about I had a good chunk on the Pacers on Kalshi, and I had another parlay of Oilers Pacers money line. And so I sold half of my Kalshi one at halftime because it was basically I got it back at even. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sell half because I was a little extended, and I was like, I'm gonna sell half of it. And then I let the other half ride because as I was driving home, I just kept checking. I'm like, I'm just gonna let it ride. And then I saw it was all but dead. I was like, well, whatever. It is what it is. And then, oh baby, they came back. That was nice. Speaking of that, we got to talk about the Oilers game too. We had two epic collapses. Patriots stars just decided to show up in the third period. They said, screw the first two periods. We don't need them. You can keep them. We don't need them. Did you see any of that?
What was the final there?
6-3.
It was, I think, 3-1 maybe when I saw last.
Yeah, 3-1 heading into third. They decided to put up 5 in the third, not 6. 5. Sorry.
Why didn't you tell me to Kalshi that one?
Well, I did Calci it, and then
No,
I
you
saw that
did.
we're up 3-1 headed into the third, and I said, I could sell for 85 cents here. I go, I'm not. I'm gonna let it ride because it's the Oilers. Oilers probably. I mean, if it was the other way around, I'd be nervous. Like if I had the Stars with the lead, I would have been nervous. I didn't think the Stars could score that much. Oof, I was wrong. I was wrong. But let's say hello to our friends before we dive into everything today. Good morning, Grass Guy. How we doing? Hugo. Good morning, everyone. Oh, it's not time yet. See you later. Well, I hope you come back. I was on time this morning, by the way.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, I'm always on time. This is the most professional, on-time, non-clickbait sports show on the internet. We got 10,000 of you guys, almost 11,000 of you here on Rumble. Make sure you smash that like button. Give me a follow. Listen, if all of you guys just follow, I'll easily go past my 10,000 mark. I'm almost there. We're like 1,200 away or something like that, or 1,500 away. I can't remember, something like that. But if all you guys watching, just hit the follow button. Make my day today. Just yesterday was a great day for me. You could make it even better if all you hit it and we blow past 10,000. That'd be great. But glad to see you in here. We got B Mac in the house. Patriot, it's been a few days, buddy. I was worried about you. Stars get a big win and you're back, though. Coincidence?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mont's in the house. What up, Mont? What up? Leslie's here, of course. Leslie, good morning. Hey, by the way, everyone, smash like button, hit the repost. Let's be the most repost show on Rumble today. It means a lot. And I double checked with Grok the other day. I did this live on the stream. Steps. It costs $0. Just hit the like button. It's free. Grok approved it.
Grok. Okay.
Grok approved it. So it costs $0 to hit the like button on Rumble.
Free support. That's the best way to support. You know, I'm kind of like it's kind of like church. I don't like to give money at church because I never know where it's going, but I'll give my time. So, hey.
Oh, you mean
you
like
the rumble rant?
You
don't have to rumble rant
stay afterwards to clean up the chairs and stuff like that? You're like, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I'll give my time. I don't like to give my money. I'll give my time.
You must have been watching Righteous Gemstones, huh?
And I've never seen that, but I heard it's really good.
Yeah. My wife and I just finished the first season. We hadn't ever heard of it either. We just started the second season last night. It's funny. A lot of penis in it. Randomly. Not like a lot, but like just random flashes of dick.
You're kind
I don't know why. It's like a Danny McBride like humor thing.
Oh yeah, he did that, didn't he?
Oh, he's in it. Yeah, he's in it. It's got an all-star cast, man.
Well, when those types of people are in it, they,
yeah,
they draw other people to it.
Yeah, that's good. Grass Guy says I jinxed them. Will, no, I didn't jinx them. I put the curse on them. I told you ain't gonna win shit, New York Pacers, baby. And then you have Jim Irsay dying yesterday. You knew the Pacers were gonna come back and win. We gotta talk about that too. Are you okay? Are you doing okay?
I saw my Kalshi graph go up a little bit because the Pacers won last night. Because you had mentioned about them to win the championship.
Oh yeah, I know. I bought in on them too to win the. I bought in more on them to win the championship because they're down to 10. So I bought more into the 10 because that's where my average was, anyways. And now they're at 14 or something like that. I saw last night.
Yeah, just gonna watch it go up, right?
Just watch it go.
The more they win this series, the more it will go up.
Yeah, I'm kicking myself. I had them win the Eastern Conference Final, but I made money off of it. I tripled my money. And I sold out, but I would have 5x my money if I had not. But is what it is. Pager says DeGrom K's over and
Game total
under continues to pay. Well, obviously.
See, Stars won. He hit his DeGrom case. He did his parlay. I mean, that's why he's here.
Took a couple days off, hanging out with us in the morning, and look at this. His bets are just coming through.
Patriot, we're gonna losing streak, buddy. Or maybe I had to take a little trip.
Boji Nation, how about them Pacers, though? We're gonna get into that. That was crazy. That had never happened before. I got a crazy stat for you. But since we got 12,000 of you guys here on Rumble, trying to get listen, like I said, if all of you guys just hit the follow button, I'll blow past 10,000 followers like that. But to incentivize you, let me introduce you to our number one fan and our number one golf expert on the show.
You got some tickle bitties and you don't know how to swing? Well, I'm here to help you. Next, you want to tuck your right arm and lay your left arm on top of that mommy milker. Bombs away?
Bombs away, baby. How am I sounding this morning, by the way? Sound all right?
Yeah, you sound good.
Ooh, thank you. Thank you. No, I got this. I bought a sound machine to hang on the outside of the door out there. You know, like those ones that you put in car seats, like on car trips.
Okay.
I bought one of
Yeah.
those to hang out there. And now I know you're probably thinking, I have 5 kids. Don't I have an extra one? No, we're using all of them. So I had to go get my own. But I'm doing that to drown out some like noise out there, or at least my voice from going out there and whatnot, so I can be a little bit louder in the morning. Because sometimes in the morning I feel like I have to be quiet, just because it's, even though everyone's upstairs, I still just subconsciously I'm like, I don't want to wake anyone up or be too loud. So I've been trying that out this week.
If that makes you feel better.
It's exactly what my wife said. She said, you're an idiot, but whatever.
Yeah, I'm with the wife.
Yeah.
That's totally, hey, if it mentally makes you feel better.
I think
if they're
so.
upstairs and you put a sound thing outside the door downstairs, come on, it really doesn't make it.
And they all have sound machines in there. It's mainly her, because I know the kids don't hear me. But if my wife hears me, she thinks that she hears me, the kids can hear me, which I know they can't, because if you've ever been in their rooms with sound machines, you can't hear shit outside.
Yeah, I'm with wife on this one. You're crazy.
Well, we got, worst case, we got an extra. And then she needed to use the sound machine the other day. And I go, huh.
Worst case, you have an extra sound machine.
Yeah. So she used it the other day. I go, huh, weird.
Why don't you put it like
golf
outside? Why don't you put it like in the hallway upstairs? So then, like, if someone leaves,
you don't need
room,
to. They all have it out there.
So what good does it do downstairs outside the door?
Because it's drowning out any noise that I make. I need to just soundproof this room.
Oh man,
what?
That's wild. That's wild. That's like you're a smart guy, but that's dumb. That's pretty dumb. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I think it's.
Do you think it's doing absolutely nothing?
Yeah, I think it doesn't matter.
Okay, well, makes me feel better subconsciously.
Because the ceiling's between you and the kids and the family upstairs, not the door on the first level.
That doesn't really matter because I'm tucked in the corner away from everyone. Actually, it's the only one that's above. No, not even then. The bathroom's above me. So no. So that doesn't really even matter. So you're saying I should drill a hole?
No, I just
sound
don't
machine
think you
up
should do anything
between the levels. I like what you're thinking, Steps. Wait till my wife hears this one.
Or put soundproof insulation in the ceiling.
Yeah, there we go. That's even better. God, we're geniuses.
By the time you finish that project, your kids will be grown.
Yeah. Or I'll be moved out of this place. Anyways, Steps, let's get into this one. We had a historic collapse last night. The Indiana Pacers, never a doubt, they steal game one on the road, 138-135. Pacers came out hot in this one. We were going back and forth all game long. Pacers had a lead, Knicks had a lead, and then Knicks took a halftime lead and never looked back after halftime. They never looked back. I believe they were up 7 at halftime. As you can see, Tyrese Halliburton there. Choke job. The Reggie Miller choke job. Now, he did that a little premature. Because he thought he hit the game-winning three. Really, his toe was on the line. It was wild. Did you see the end of this game? I didn't actually see it.
No.
I went back and watched the highlight clips. But did you see it?
Mm-mm. It would suck to be on the under, though.
Patriot says, buy a stack of cheap pillows. Okay. I did a bad job of explaining that, Steps. The main reason why is because when I'm down here and when my wife gets up and she hears me in here, she thinks I'm the loudest person ever, even though I'm not, because she's like right outside the door, right? So at least if I have that, she can't hear me as well. But I am going to go get my sound things. And actually, that's a good idea to put it up on the ceilings there, right there, too. It's a good idea. It's the wife, dude. If she would not get on my ass, like wives do. I'm just out here grinding. She doesn't get it.
It's
She
so
doesn't
funny.
get it.
It's
I know.
funny. It's a marriage thing.
Oh, yes, it is. But check this out, dude. What's his name, dude? Okay, so the before tonight, teams leading by 9+ points with 1 minute left, which the Knicks were leading by 9 points with 52 seconds left.
Mm.
Those teams in the NBA all time historically were 1,434 and 0. 1,434 and 0. And the Pacers changed that last night. That's crazy. What an epic collapse. But let's watch the end of this, dude, because this is wild. So we have is that OG and
2-point
there?
game.
Make that one. Okay, so he makes that one. Check this out. Tyrese Halliburton brings it up, and I hate X because the video never loads properly. I hate it. Okay, watch this. So Pacers down 2. Mind you, they were down 12 just less than 50 seconds ago. Now they were down 9 just less than 50 seconds ago. Now they're down 2. And check this out. Halliburton goes in. Now look at this. It's like, oh, he's gonna look at that. You would think, hey, you're just gonna take a little jump shot right here. 3.1 left, right? No. Halliburton's gonna dribble around, come back to the 3-point line, and it's a ballsy move because 1, it's a more difficult shot. It's awkward. And 2, you might run out of time before you get the ball off, but watch.
He'll take it.
So there he is. He decides not to try the layup. Now there's 1.9 left, and you think you just spin around and throw it up right here. But no, dude makes a point to try to get behind the 3-point line.
He'll backpedal a 3 for the win.
Hits the rim, bounces straight up.
And
Oh my God. Did you see that, Steps?
Yeah.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah, and at the time, I would assume everybody thought it was a 3.
Yeah, and you see the ref coming in here immediately. Now, I have not been able to zoom in and see exactly where his foot was when he released. Let's see. Oh, look at that toe. You know what's
On the
funny
line.
is if he was like just a toe or a little bit more back, right? If he was just a toe or a little bit more back, this thing probably goes in with a swish because it hits.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, dude, look at that. Oh my gosh, Knicks fan. Knicks fan. So Pacers think they win. He's celebrating. He's doing the choking thing. So premature celebration.
Ooh, that's when that celebration came.
Yeah.
Well, hell, it
Reggie
didn't
Miller was
hurt.
calling the game. Dude, Reggie Miller was calling the game too.
Didn't hurt. They ended up winning.
They sure did. What up, Juba? How we doing? How we doing? Good morning to you. What's up, Knuckles McGroin? Great Stars game. That was a good. Yeah, that was crazy. That was a wild game there. Yeah, dude. So they and then they go on to overtime to get it done. Go on to overtime to get it done. And I was nervous, but I let it ride, and they put up 13 points. What did we learn in this game, Steps? What did we learn? We learned to bet the over.
Yeah.
I don't think any of these games, the Pacers can't play defense on the Knicks. I think the only time you potentially take the under is if you like the Knicks to win comfortably. Because I think the Knicks, if the Pacers don't keep up with the Knicks, it's only because, or if the Knicks win comfortably, it's because the Pacers just are off shooting. But I wouldn't even look at the under. I'll just go over until they prove something different.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it was during the regular season. All their games went over. So
yeah, but all these playoff games, their games have been going under. Or the total has adjusted down a lot. And even last night, it was 223, which historically for a Pacers game in the regular season would be just insane.
if they get past New York, well, when they do, they're not going to beat OKC.
You know what's funny is the Pacers are actually built just like OKC. So they're actually the one team that matches up I'm not saying they can beat them, and obviously OKC would be a huge favorite, but they're built the same style. And the thing about the Pacers is, yeah, OKC plays great defense, but they're so fast. They'll just run with you. They'll let you score. It would just be a shootout. It'd be a 4-quarter sprint every single game. So it'd be interesting to see. But they both have depth.
I don't know if OKC would let the Pacers run. That'd probably be their approach to stop them.
I don't know, but I want to see it. I want to see it.
They're really a defensive first-minded team.
Oh, yeah, and they smother you. But I don't know, Steps. That was a good one, though. We hit our parlay. That was beautiful.
You think the Knicks blew their load in that last round?
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
I think they did too. There
was a lot of emotion in that series.
I like the Pacers to sweep the series before it started. I didn't bet it because we weren't barely getting, I don't even think 10-1. And I'm like, I'm just gonna bet Pacers money line every game then. Just roll it over. But I think normally you get a zigzag here where if you're a favorite and you win, or if you're a favorite and lose game 1, you're going to come back motivated to win game 2. But I think this is different. Maybe if you like the Knicks in game 2, you just take the first quarter, hoping that they're really dialed in and focused. But I think this was a emotional, mental mind fuck. You know what I mean? Because if the Knicks are up in game 2 by 8 at some point in the fourth quarter, and they have like a bad pass, bad turnover, and Pacers hit a couple quick threes, you know it's going to get in their head, say, "Oh God, here we go again." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And how about,
it's never good to win or lose game 1 at home.
No. How about our guy Aaron Naismith? 8 from 9 from 3 points. He hit 6. This is how the Pacers were able to come back in that game. He hit 6 consecutive threes at the end of the fourth quarter. The most threes in a fourth quarter in NBA playoff history, and he hit 6 in a row.
Look, is it plus minus 10 there? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
It's good impact on the game.
Talk about clutch. Talk about coming in when they need you. Good team player there.
Yeah, they're a solid team.
What up, Buku? We got a game tonight, though. I want to get your thoughts on this. We got Timberwolves Thunder tonight. Thunder, 7.5 point favorite, total of 214.5. What's your feeling on this before I give my opinion?
Oh man. I don't know. That first game, the Timberwolves really couldn't do much offensively. They don't match up very well as far as like points in the paint. They couldn't get any points in the paint. They couldn't hit threes. If they shoot well from 3, they'll win the game.
I don't think they could. I don't think it was that they couldn't get points in the paint. They didn't try. Which, if you listen to them afterwards, especially Anthony Edwards, he goes, "Listen, I realize I got to drive and take more shots. I can't just take 13 shots." And he goes, "And standing on the perimeter is not going to work. They're just going to double team me every single time like they did today. I got to be more aggressive." So I do think there's going to be a little bit of a game plan. I think the Timberwolves found a little something in that first half defensively against Thunder. Remember, Thunder Timberwolves were the number 1 and number 2 defenses in the Western Conference this year. So Timberwolves got a good defense, and that was even with Rudy Gobert getting in early foul trouble. He was on the bench with 2 early fouls in the first 2 minutes of the game. And so I don't know. I kind of like I'm probably going to be on the Timberwolves here, hoping that they win. They're leading at half or something like that, because they're heavy under. OKC's going to win this series easily. I wouldn't even be surprised if they win this game, but I think we're going to get a good punch here from the Timberwolves. But if the Thunder come out and are up 10 after the first quarter, I don't think there's a chance in hell the Timberwolves can come back.
Yeah. Anthony Edwards, they're best when he's attacking the rim, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to do that against OKC. Their defensive, that game 7 defensive scheme against Jokic with what's his face? Caruso. Is his name?
Yeah, that was ballsy.
Yeah, but it worked because it worked. He was
Yeah.
a pet.
Yeah, I agree. Sharp money on the 7.5 with the Timberwolves, but 68% of the money's on the Thunder. I'm kind of curious about this one because I don't feel as good about it. And of course, freaking StreamYard. Let me fix this real quick. Freaking StreamYard. Oh, we lost audio to your thing because we suck donkey dick. So last night it worked out. Some people obviously it's really lucky that it worked out, but a lot of the times in these playoff games, if you like the favorite, lay the number. If you like the dog, screw the points, take the money line.
I don't know about this one. I feel like the Timberwolves are the type of team where if they get down, they don't fight back against this Thunder team. Did you see much fight in them last game?
Who? Timberwolves?
Yeah.
For the first half, it's just one of those things that they're not going to be able to come back. They've got to make it a dog fight the whole way.
That's why
think about this. Had they been hitting their threes and scoring, like they held the Thunder to like 42 points in the first half last game. Had they been able to like hit anything, they should have had a double-digit lead. Now, the Thunder can come back from that, of course, but it's a different mindset when you're up double digits when you had a dominating first half.
What do you think about SJ?
The only thing about the Thunder here, and it goes into this question too, about thoughts on the OKC Timberwolves under 214.5. Saw it at minus 110 on most bookmakers, but snagged it at 48 cents on Polymarket. Let's go. Speaking my lingo there. 48 cents. That
minus 102.
No, that's like plus 102.
Oh, plus 104. Sorry. I was close.
Plus 104-ish. Might be more than that. It might be plus 105. I can't remember the exact conversion. It's plus money. It's the wild west out there on those betting exchanges. It sure is. I'm so jealous you can do totals. I guess I could too if I set up a Polymarket account. But anyways,
plus 108.
Plus 108.33. Thank you for doing some easy math for me. That's a really good deal. That's 18 cents of value. But I don't know. The under, I think I would look at the under, and here's why. The Thunder, every team in the conference finals had 4 days of rest or more, except for the Thunder. The Thunder only had 1 day rest. Now they're young, they're fine, but still, you were in a brutal. And I said this before game one. I said I don't know if I like the Timberwolves in game one all that much, but I will like them in game two because I think it's just one of those. You rally the troops. You just had your toughest series ever with this core against the Thunder games or against the Nuggets. Goes to game 7, right? You win it at home. It's very emotional. Then you only have 1 day rest, and you got to turn around and play another team, which it wasn't easy. Because it was by the end of the game, but it wasn't easy. It was a lot of energy, a lot of emotion there too. I think they might be just a little bit sluggish. I would expect the Timberwolves to make some adjustments. I would lean towards the under.
Look at the money on the under. 90% on the over. It says
Polymarket does not allow people in the United States.
I like the under too.
Do you think I can't do a little workaround? I'm real close to that Canadian border. Throw up a VPN up there.
You look Canadian.
Eh?
And yeah, you are.
Call me Canadian. That's insulting. I'm not one of those 51st state losers. I'm an original 50 stater. I'm an original 50.
They voted Democrat.
Yeah, right. Oh, I was going to ask you. Hopefully, don't go too off on a tangent here. Who says they've been resting all season? Yeah, we'll see. I don't know, man. I think there's going to be something to it. Are you a big Cash Patel fan now? And Dan Bongino guy? Now that they came out and pissed off MAGA and said Epstein didn't kill himself, and
it's funny it's funny to read the comments because like the hardcore MAGA and the comments below are still like keeping the conspiracy going. Like everything is so shocking that they've seen that they're just holding off on the investigation that they still have ongoing, and that they're going to
It's like
release
that.
everything eventually.
Oh
Like, just
yeah,
can't
or
let it go.
the CIA says that they'll take out their families if they don't go out and cooperate and push
Yeah,
this.
the
narrative.
comments are great.
It's like that joke, about the two conspiracy theorists, and they're trying to solve the JFK assassination, and then they end up dying, and then they go to heaven. And God goes, before you go into these gates, I'll answer one question that you have. And they both go, who killed JFK? He says, Lee Harvey Oswald. He was a single, he was a lone assassin and whatnot. And the guys turn to each other and look and goes, this thing goes higher than we thought.
Exactly. Yeah, the comments were great. And the viral there's like a viral video I think everyone's seen at this point, where it has Bongino talking in like 2024 versus 2025, and they're like, look at the look on his face.
I do think it was stupid of them to do that.
Which part? Like, debunk it, or
the way they came out and presented it? It's like your first appearance together in your first address interview, and you're just going to come out and just the way they presented it was a bad look. And I think Bongino's face was the way it looked was because he knew what he was saying was going against everything he had said for the last couple of years, and that his fans were going to be pissed at him.
Well, that's the difference between media and doing the job. I guess at least he's honest.
We don't know if he's honest. I just don't think how people thought that like the Biden DOJ wasn't going to cover anything up. Like they were just going to have these files and hope that they stayed in power forever. It's like, you don't think, like, I don't believe the Trump assassination one. Like that.
One of the comments said that what they read was so scary that they
just couldn't tell anyone.
They have to go along with it. So that could be the case too. That could be the case too.
What up, Quaker? Hot take. I think he did off himself, but was coerced into doing so. Ooh, I love it. Anyway,
he was just depressed and in jail and didn't want to live like that anymore.
I think I'm going to be on the Timberwolves money line, and it's like 29 cents on Kalshi, and then hopefully they have a good first half and then potentially sell out.
You don't sound too confident because you didn't tell me to do it.
Oh, I'm confident. I called it before game 1. I said I was going to take the Timberwolves in game 2.
Okay. Timberwolves it is.
Timberwolves it is, baby. Where are we
on
at?
Kalshi, but my official bet would be the under. I like the under.
Ooh, Steps likes the under.
Yeah. I'll probably put a unit on the under. What was it, 214.5? Opened at 213.5, I think. It's went up a point. 90% of the money is on the over. Why is it going up?
No, hey, did you know? I don't know. Did you know? Because people love betting the over, and they just saw a wild, high-scoring game yesterday.
All right.
Did you know today's Bitcoin Pizza Day? The 10,000 Bitcoin spent on 2 Papa John's pizzas in 2010 are now worth 1.1 billion.
Have you ever watched those old videos of like,
yeah,
people with the Bitcoin graph, like when it hits like $1 or something like that? Now it's worth like what, 150,000?
Well, I saw a guy that tweeted. He retweeted his tweet from 2013. He goes, Bitcoin hits an all-time high of $289. Where's the top? And then he tweeted yesterday, retweeted that and said, Bitcoin hits an all-time high of whatever the
150, I think, isn't it?
Well, no, they hit 108,000, I think, yesterday. I think it got up to 109.
Oh, okay.
Yesterday.
Oh, well.
But new record.
Yeah, the last time I remember it being a record was like 60-something thousand.
Dude, I wouldn't have even known how to get a Bitcoin back.
Think about all the people who took contracts in Bitcoin, in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't touch it. It's worth a lot more now.
It is. Let's talk about this game.
What game?
Stars. Oilers, man. This one was wild. This one was wild. Edmonton comes out, scores first. I got to get better with my hockey stuff because they score first. My 46 cents, I think I had it at, went up to like 64. I'm like, could cash out, good little chunk of change right there. But I was like, I'm gonna hang on. Then Dallas scores at the end of the first period and ruins everything. Shout out to Buku for hitting the both teams score in the first period. That was beautiful. But then it tanks all the way back down to the 46 where I had it, or 48 cents, right where I had it to begin with. Any player props y'all like for this game? For the basketball game, I like Ant to go over his points. I think he shows up tonight. I would look at Anthony Edwards over whatever his total is, probably set at like 27.5 or something.
Supporting said you have to separate Bongino from the job. So, like, personally, he still believes the Epstein stuff that he thinks, but he was speaking as the director and stuff like that in front of the camera. Does that mean Supporting still believes in the conspiracy?
It's not a conspiracy, it's fact.
Which way?
It's fact that he often that someone killed him.
Is it?
It's fact. Cat Patel and Dan Bongino proved it.
They said that he killed himself,
which proves that he didn't.
Oh, because it's like so far fetched that they would come out and say that.
We're playing 4D chess here.
I got you.
You just can't see it.
I see you.
You'll see it one day when you open your eyes. We'll take you on an ayahuasca trip with Aaron Rodgers.
Sorry. Continue.
But then the Oilers come out and they're up 3-1 and just an epic collapse by them. I always hate when I get the message. So I got a message from Calshi. It was like, oh, Oilers go up to 90 cents or whatever it was in my email. I'm like, oh, cool. I go, well, I'm just going to let it ride. That was dumb. Always sell out there. Screw the extra 10 cents. Sell out because it wasn't too long. I get they just crashed down to 45 cents and then to 6 cents. And I'm like, what? Next thing I know, it's 4-3 Stars. And then Stars put up 5 in the third. 6-3.
That doesn't happen. You wouldn't have got your money's worth on that bet.
What?
The Stars to come back from 3-1.
No. I wouldn't have taken. I would have sold out and then just been done. I'm not taking the other side. But my theory on this game was, or my theory in the series is, if you like the Oilers, you take the Oilers in the over. If you like the Stars, you take the Stars in the under, especially at home. Well, the Stars proved me wrong on that one. But I mean, we were pretty much heading into that, but we'll see. It's one game sample size.
Yeah, but the way the Oilers lost that one, I mean, albeit they were on the road, but they had that one. They had that one.
I think you got to keep an eye on that because I think fatigue's setting in with the Oilers, just kind of how we saw last year. Because they do a lot of traveling. They just had, they had trips down to LA to start the playoffs.
Yeah, but that was a quick series, wasn't it?
No, that went 6. That went 6 because they lost the first 2 down in LA and then they won the next 4. So they had to make 2 LA trips.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Anyways, good win there by the Stars. Tonight we have the Panthers and the Hurricanes. Florida underdogs again. I don't know. I might take them just because they're dogs. I took them in game 1. Did you hear that stat that I gave out? I was trying to give it to Buku, but I think he left the show before he could hear it. But since 2020, and I have no idea why this is, since 2020, teams that are on the road for game 7 and obviously win game 7, and then and this is in the NHL, and are on the road in game 1, are a perfect 5-0 in that game 1 straight up, and now a perfect 6-0 because the Panthers proved it. So I was like, all right, well, that stat's pretty cool. I can't figure out why that is, but I'm going to take the Panthers at plus money because it's that rare thing where they're just like last night, the Oilers, they're favored to win the series, but they're dogs in game 1. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, I'll take a little plus money action there, and never a doubt.
They play. Oh, I keep getting confused. That 5:00 is your time.
Yes.
All right.
8:00 your time.
Yeah, Panthers are good. They should take the series. I think the other series is going to be a lot better. Oilers Stars. Panthers
Otter
are on a
went
mission.
home
Dude.
all season, and Skinner showed his true colors in the crease. Does that make any sense to you?
I feel like we moved on from the Epstein thing a little bit too quick here. Chat still talking the Epstein.
Oh, they're always going to talk Epstein. We just let them talk it.
Okay.
We have sharp action on the Panthers at plus 115. 60 in an action we're actually taking the Panthers. 62% of the money is on the Hurricanes. I don't think I'm going to be on the Panthers, to be honest.
I feel like they keep giving you them at plus money. You got to take it.
This team's too good to not take them. I mean, how many times do you get this team at plus money? When they go back home, they're going to be like a minus 200 favorite. So it's like,
I don't think they'll be that much, but because
it'll
be if they win.
Well, yeah,
okay,
they win. Correction. Yes. If they're
2-0.
up 2-0 and we're going game 3, it's going to probably be a minus 125 and then like a plus 105 situation.
But if it's 1-1, I still don't think it'll get to 200. But
oh, it definitely will be. That's how much better they are than this team. Oh my goodness.
What? Sorry, I was reading chat. Got to catch up on the Epstein stuff. Because I don't watch the news anymore, so I get my news from our chat.
There were 2 Jews that were murdered last night at the Capitol Jewish Museum.
Why?
I don't know. I just saw the news. JD Vance was saying he's thoughts and prayers. Oh, here we go. Israel embassy staffers. Oh, a gunman came in and yelled "Free Palestine" and then shot them. Wow. That's maybe don't go over there. Maybe we wait till things kind of calm down. Sad.
The Middle East is crazy, dude.
It's a wild time.
And the problem is we'll never understand it. Like we get involved in it, but
I understand.
Let them sort it out.
I understand it.
Let them sort it out.
God, I just logged in and saw the Brunson over points. God, I chickened out too. I was gonna go 30 points. I chickened out.
Remember slogan "Peace in the Middle East"?
Just a beautiful Indiana money line over 28.5 plus 425. A lot of green. A lot of green.
Do you remember invading Iraq for the weapons of mass destruction
I was like
that they never found?
I remember all that stuff, but I didn't really grasp it conceptually because I was like 10.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I remember the cameras going in, like the news crews were with the like the front lines and stuff. Interesting. Now they just fight with drones and stuff.
How's baseball going? How are you feeling now that we're what are we like?
We're settling in.
We're almost 50 games in.
It's about to be summertime, so it's about the weather's about to heat up everywhere. We're kind of out of that phase where it's still cold some places. It's been raining a lot. A lot of games have been postponed due to rain, but we're kind of separating. You're getting some separation and kind of figuring some teams out. And my favorite player is getting ready to make his comeback up off of an ACL. So Braves gave a little window there for people to put him down, but
is that Acuna?
Yeah, he's getting ready to be back. So
I know that.
Paul Skeens, interesting first half story with him playing on the Pirates, them never wanting to win, and him like them realizing that he's not going to re-sign there. So do you think they're going to try to win in the next 4 years? Probably not. Should they trade him? So that's kind of a topic of discussion. If he should be.
But then again, if they don't care about winning, which clearly the Pirates they can't ever get anything going. They don't care about winning. Why would they want to trade him? You know what I mean?
I'm okay. So if they do care about winning, I don't think that they are close enough to being able to win to build around him to win. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
they'd be better off trading him for like a huge haul.
Then the Pirates are just going to keep doing the same old thing. B. McCormick says, need a guaranteed home run today. Quaker says, 6-leg 500K futures parlay I threw the other day. Wolves champs. Ooh. Oilers Stanley Cup. Ooh. Holloway beats Poirier. I like that one. That's going to be a fun fight. DDP beats Chimaev. That's looking good. Dodgers World Series and Panthers Super Bowl. They had me at
Ew.
the Panthers.
You have to cash that out.
No wonder it's a 500K futures. Is that true? Both times Ohio State won the national championship, the Panthers went to the Super Bowl the next season.
I got a home run. Nick Castellanos.
Nick
for Philly.
Castellanos from
Philly. Playing in Colorado. Ball's gonna be flying out of there. You're not gonna get
Colorado's been biting me in the ass lately.
It was
Not
they had home runs hit yesterday.
Not a fun bite in the ass either. You know what I mean?
But anyways, you're not gonna get good odds on Schwarber anymore. Harper in Colorado, you're not gonna get great odds on. He would probably be my favorite, but I think he's only like plus 350. But Nick Castellanos is like plus 450. So anything above plus 400, I like if I'm gonna take a homer bet.
What up, Beerski? Good morning. Definitely Panthers Super Bowl. I'm gonna have to look into this, dude. Kalshi, you know what Kalshi has up now?
What?
Win totals. The markets
I'm not thinking about that right now. I love when they're like, "Oh, this week 7 matchup." We don't even know who is going to be playing for who yet.
I know. By the way, shout out to B. McCormick, Grass Guy, and Leslie for all reposting this show on Rumble. You guys are the real MVP. I appreciate that. I missed that earlier. Yeah, dude, check this out. I've got them saved because I'm doing something. Do you want? I'm only going to give you one. We won't talk a whole lot about it. I'm going to give you one that I like that I can't wait for the books to open up for me to bet. But I like where is it at? I want. Can you see
While
this?
you're pulling that up, I can't believe you haven't talked about Jim Irsay.
We're getting to him. We went off on the Epstein.
No, we really didn't go off as much as we could have.
But look at this. They're gonna have they have these, and then they have like exact wins. So it's like, do you think the Chiefs are gonna get more than 2 wins and stuff like that? I'm gonna be on the less than. I'm gonna go under 8.5 is what I'm looking at for the
Chiefs.
Yeah, because it's gonna be a great plus money. Their win total is 11.5, so I'll probably be on 9.5 and 8.5 if the books have it. Usually, BetOnline only goes 2 games both ways, but the Chiefs have a rough start to the season. And the biggest thing with the Chiefs is there's a reason why we've only seen, one team ever go to 4 straight Super Bowls. And the Chiefs have gone to 4 of the last 5 Super Bowls.
Yeah. And you could look at them last year.
Yeah, they went to 3. They've gone to 3 straight. So over the last 3 seasons, the Chiefs have played more games than any other team in the league. With an aging roster. Who they drafted? Did they take
Kelsey was non-existent in the Super Bowl.
No. And then that offensive line, they got new offensive linemen that are going to come in, which takes a while for, in season to kind of finally mesh together.
Yeah. Pat Mahomes' wife has fake tits now, so he's going to be just motorboating, and
he's gonna be able to rest his head on those things when he gets beat up every Sunday. Yep. I don't know, man. I think it could be rough. I'm not saying. I mean, obviously, it's tough to fade.
What you're saying is they're on the back end of the dynasty there in Kansas City.
Yeah, eventually it's gonna take a couple of years. They're gonna be a couple of year rebuild.
I still want to know who they drafted in the first round.
Was it? I can't remember. If it was an offensive guy, or let's see, or if it was a lineman. I want to say it was a lineman. It might have been a defense.
Supporting what is the Dodgers trend?
Yes, it was an offensive lineman. They traded back 1 spot, so they drafted the 32nd overall pick, offensive tackle Josh Simons.
Okay.
And then 2nd round, they got a defensive tackle. That's what I was thinking of too.
They
Yeah,
could use
I
an
know.
offensive lineman because I think their right tackle was playing left tackle last year.
Yeah, and then what's his name? One of their good tackles signed with Chicago and went up to the Bears. Thune or whatever. Is that who it was?
I think he was the one who was playing out of position.
Yeah, he said, "Screw that, I'm out. I'm out." I don't know, man. And you know, it was smart for them to get one in the first round, but offensive linemen take at least 3 years to fully kind of get into professional performance. Like, look, we even saw Alt, right? He had a good, decent season, but I mean, he did not look like what he's going to look at in a couple more seasons. You know what I mean?
You look pretty damn good for a rookie.
Yeah, but there was some spots towards the end of that season that it just he doesn't look you don't get Lane Johnson vibes. You know what I mean? You don't get like, oh, that guy's you can count on him. Not yet.
I think he'll be Lane Johnson.
He's gonna get there, is what I'm saying. But even those guys that are that good, it takes a couple years.
And Lane Johnson's a right tackle, right?
Lane Johnson's left tackle.
Are you sure?
Positive, 100% positive.
Okay.
100% positive. That big boy guards that backside of Jalen Hurts. Speaking of which, the old, well, I don't know. What do you want to do? Do you want to run through baseball or do you want to talk Jim Irsay and Tush Push?
We can hit baseball real quick.
All right, Jim Irsay. Colts announced the death of legendary owner Jim Irsay, which is wild because I was sitting here and I saw that. I go, what? I go, that guy's not that old, is he?
Dude, he looks old. He looks older than 65.
Yeah, he was only 65. But, there was that video that was going around of him. I'll find it here in a second because I bookmarked it. Him dancing in the locker room with them after a game. I think it might have even been last season after a win or something like that.
He did a lot of drugs.
He did.
I think that's what caught up with him.
This one right here, because like this guy looks like he's like 80.
Yeah, I know, man.
65. The fact that he has to have someone hold his hand, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Body's just broken.
65 is still kind of young. You still can get around. He looks like Biden right there.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks like he doesn't wipe himself. Although if I was a billionaire, I wouldn't either.
He probably can't reach around.
That's what I'm saying. Sporting says, what do you think Dodgers total wins will be this year? What do you think, Steps?
I just wanted to know what they were trending towards. If he could give me that number, I'll tell him if I think that it'll definitely over 100.
You think so?
Yeah, they're good, man.
I don't know, man.
And their pitching is even healthy right now.
What if I told you I bet them to not win their division?
They just got Kershaw back. He made his first start of the season.
I mean, they only have 31 wins, Steps.
Sasaki's hurt.
I hate StreamYard.
Why?
It keeps doing the stupid, we lost volume. They only have 31 wins. 19 losses already.
So that'd make them what? 62 and like 40. And then that'd be 90.
Their percentage is 62%. So that's 62 games. What's 62% of 60? It's going to be real close. Listen, math.
Sorry. Yeah, you do the math. We all know that's not my subject. I can't even do count.
How many games are there? 160?
162. 95. Patriots said.
Steps. If they stay on their current path at a 62% win rate, they'll win 100.44 games. So just barely over 100. They'll get there.
Anything. If you can get their win total right now, anything under 100, I would take it 100%. Because they're only going to get healthier and better.
Yesterday, I added some more to my San Francisco Giants.
I would also take the Braves win total. Take whatever they are. Take them over. They're only going to get better too.
How do we feel about 07 in the Yankees, or over 7 in the Rangers Yankees matchup today? Evaldi versus Rodon.
Over? No, I'd probably stay away from that.
I like it. Do it. Bet it. Over. Why not? Let's be contrarian.
I'm not sure how Rangers
Mighty
hit
Megatron.
left-handed
Mighty
pitching.
Good morning, my Megatron. Yeah, you have someone wipe you when you're that rich. Exactly. Exactly. You didn't make all those billions of dollars to wipe your own ass.
Yeah, I wouldn't take the over.
Oh, the game might get rained out. Ooh, yeah, be careful. Well, we kind of moved past that pretty quick. Do you have anything to say?
For
Mr.
what?
Colts?
Jim Irsay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a good owner, for being a Colts fan, a Midwestern team. They're not necessarily a big market, but they had a lot of money. They spent money. They had Peyton Manning, Reggie Wayne. They've always had superstars, and he seemed to be liked amongst everybody. But I think just addiction and drugs and stuff just kind of caught up with him at some point in his life. I'm not sure if he was sober or not at the end there. I believe he was, but even if that takes a toll on you, especially at his age, and when you have all that money, and I'm sure he had fun. I think he liked to gamble too, didn't he?
Who doesn't?
He's probably a drinker, a druggie, gambling. Like, he just had a lot of bad addiction, and you saw he
God,
looked super old.
You're describing me.
Yeah, I am. Except you're not on drugs, but you slang drugs.
You don't know that.
You're a drug dealer.
Got to be doing them every night.
You're a drug dealer. You're an alcoholic functioning.
You know that scene from what is it? Flight? Is it Flight?
I don't know what that is.
The Denzel movie? Did you ever see that one?
No.
Oh God, you gotta watch it. It's great.
Is that when he's on an airplane?
Mm-hmm. He's that pilot.
I think I'm
gonna find the scene. I'm gonna find the scene.
I know what you're talking about.
But when he comes in and he goes, "Okay, we got to fix you up," and he John Goodman comes in and lines up like a cocktail of drugs. That's funny. Real quick, last thing on Jim Irsay. We'll see what Seth says.
This will be your Colts. This will be your team. We love you, Mr. Irsay. This will be our Colts, whether win or lose. We love you. For the shoe, we'll win for you. We'll honor your memory this season. This is our team. Go Colts. Yay. Rest in peace, Mr. Irsay. Prayers for you guys.
I want to show you this real quick.
Emotional. Sad.
He says, "My heart is broken. I never got to meet him."
What he means.
It's like, I know what your heart's broken over it, and then also it makes it sound like your heart's broken because you didn't get to meet him. Like you should have. Yeah, I mean, it's just like,
come on, dude. The flow.
I chuckled at that one. Okay,
you're gonna go to hell, man.
One-way ticket, baby. One-way ticket. What else we got? Oh, SGA is your NBA MVP.
He was only like plus 600.
Huh?
He was only like plus 600.
I mean, minus 600
to win the MVP.
Win before the season?
Yeah.
Well, he got 71 first place votes. Joker got 29. I knew there was going to be some people that went with Jokic. I just didn't know how close it was going to be, but no one else got a first place vote.
They're pretty accurate with that. The vote, they got the right guy this year.
Yeah.
Except he does.
I mean, you couldn't go wrong either way. I still think Jokic was. I think he deserved it. That would have been my vote, but
I think you take him off the Nuggets. That's worse than Oklahoma City losing the SGA.
Yeah, you take Jokic off the Nuggets, and Nuggets are the Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah. He does everything, man.
Instead of a nugget, they turn into the turds. That's what they'd be.
Yeah, they wouldn't be good.
Wrong kind of nugget, you know what I mean?
A turd nugget?
Yeah. Not the gold nugget.
I don't have turd nuggets. They call me heavy steps, man.
Did you see this? Jim Irsay's last tweet.
Yeah, it was like 9 hours before he died. They announced his death.
even.
Like, what the hell happened yesterday?
I think someone runs his account. But even then, if someone's running his account and you know that Jim Irsay is like pretty close to death, you probably don't tweet that day. You know what I mean?
Well, let's see what the cause of death ends up being.
Well, if you ask Cash Patel and Dan Bongino, they'll say that he killed himself in Minecraft.
What do you think
It is.
happened? Do you think he killed himself or not?
I don't know what happened. I have no idea. Look at this.
Trump's used to it because
79.
Barron's like about the same height.
What a big advantage, huh?
What a big
God, dude,
advantage, huh?
so tiny
He didn't know
next
what
to
to
him.
say. He's like, what a big advantage, huh? Look at that. He came out yesterday and was like, when he was giving his speech with the whole team behind him and stuff like that, he goes, I always tell Barron that he's so tall because he's 6'9", and he says, Dad, I'm not that tall compared to some of these guys out here. And he goes, I never believed him. And then he turns around and looks, he goes, I see what he's saying now.
Trump didn't like that because he looked so tiny there.
Oh, I don't think he cared there.
Yeah, he does. He cares about that kind of stuff.
He's good. Hey, by the way, with SGA winning the MVP, becoming the third Thunder player ever to win it with Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, we got to remember that the Clippers had the worst trade in NBA history. They traded for Paul George, and they gave up SGA
Ooh.
and all of that. Look at that.
Jeez. I mean, in hindsight, still. God. NBA, they just give out first picks like nothing.
Nothing for it. Like maybe if they made the finals or something like that, it'd be like, okay, worth it.
The NBA draft is weird in the sense that, like, outside the lottery, you don't have a lot of big time players. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas in football, guys are getting. I guess it's because there's 53 men on the roster versus basketball. The pool's a little bit tighter.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Vrabel. You see how he evaluated his draft talent?
No.
He lined up against him. The offensive lineman, he said he wanted to feel all of them.
Sounds like something Mike Vrabel would do.
I do like your guys' first round pick.
Yeah, I think it'll be all right. I think it was good. You couldn't go wrong there. I was hoping what's his name would follow us, but the Giants couldn't pass up on him. But so Mike Vrabel about why the Patriots voted to not ban the tush push. He said, Lamar Jackson shouldn't be able to run with the ball anymore. How about making that rule? Like that's tough to defend.
Yeah, but there's a difference between running the ball and pushing the person. Like, it's different. It's not the same.
The thing, I think that the league would have regretted if the way that the rule was basically it wasn't banning the tush push, it was banning any players pushing another player at any point. And that happened so much in the game that fans, there would be so many flags next season just because players are so used to it, like incidental, but it's going to get flagged, that fans would be pissed off. Fans would be pissed. I think it would backfire on the NFL the way that the thing was awarded. But the other thing I think a lot of people didn't like was the NFL was trying to get around saying that this wasn't targeting the Eagles. This is for player safety, when they had no data whatsoever that banning it or that the tush push causes any injury, because we haven't seen it. We haven't seen it. Now, there's one way that the NFL can fix the tush push without changing any rules, and that's refs get up to the line and start calling the false starts. There's so many false starts or players not set when they do these tush pushes because everyone's running up there, but they never call it because it's always bang bang. But if the refs were actually watching it, they could actually call that more. That's how you get around it.
Yeah, I never thought about it as like people push people all the time into place.
Yeah, like you couldn't have anyone like if you see a swing route and you got like a running back or tight end out there like trying to break the goal line. How many times do people come up behind and push the pile? Couldn't do that anymore.
Yeah, it's slippery slope.
Yeah. Anyways,
I mean, everybody can do the tush push.
you know what's crazy? This was what was crazy. The Eagles beat the Packers 22-10 in the playoffs last season. Actually, just a couple months ago. The vote today was 22-10. Or the vote yesterday was 22-10. Isn't that wild?
It were the Packers the one who wanted. They brought forth the banning.
Yes.
Just that's coincidental.
That's funny.
Yeah,
God has a sense of humor.
I guess. I feel like that's one of those where you can just find a number in anything.
That one's pretty wild though, dude.
It's too wild that it would be anything other than a coincidence.
And hats off to the Eagles. The second that the rule was it came down, the ruling came down that it was not going to be banned. They uploaded a 26-minute video to YouTube of just tush pushes, just highlights of tush pushes that they've done. Epic trolling.
Is it? It's banned in college football though.
I have no idea.
Remember the Bush push?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was the first tush push.
Was it?
Yeah, Matt Leinart, quarterback sneak. Reggie Bush pushed him in the goal for USC to win the game. That's back when Notre Dame sucked, but I thought they were good.
That's why you remember it.
Yeah, I'm a Notre Dame fan.
Steps, you want to talk some baseball with the people?
No, you're not leaving me.
Okay, well,
What, were you getting ready to go get coffee, get a refill, change clothes?
I was gonna go. I was gonna go change and get ready.
What if I wasn't here?
Well, I'd run through baseball and we'd wrap up the show. It's up to you. You don't have to. I could run through it.
No, it doesn't matter. I can run through it.
I just know that you got a lot to say.
We already talked about the Yankees Rangers. I'd probably lean first 5 there for the Yankees if I took a bet on it, but I'm not sure what the juice is on that. Blue Jays.
Let me do this real quick. I'm gonna run through the scores from yesterday just real quick, and then I'll have you preview today's games. Okay.
All right.
Pirates defeat the Reds 3-1. Cubbies defeat the Marlins 2-1. There, that one was interesting. I wanted to go under in this game after all the scoring the day before. And then I was looking at it and I ended up going first 5 under 5 at -125. And then the Cubs and the Marlins both put up a run in the first inning, and then the bases were loaded for the Marlins at the bottom of the first. Like, oh God, this is gross. And then next thing I know, I won this bet.
That's how it works
Baseball,
sometimes.
Man. Baseball. Rays 8-4 victory over the Astros. Orioles and extras blow out the Brewers 8-4. Tigers 5-1 victory over the Cardinals. Mariners, White Sox back and forth. Great Kalshi game. Great Kalshi game if you just took both sides. Mariners 6-5 victory over the White Sox. Royals 8-4 victory over the Giants. The Giants couldn't come back from there. I don't know what was up with the Giants there yesterday, but the Royals just kept blasting runs early on. Guardians 5-1 victory over the Twinkies. Mets 5-1 victory over the Red Sox. Look at that. The Mets finally got a win. Got a win. Frank's happy.
Screw the Mets. I know Juan Soto.
This is how you knew. This is how you knew the Knicks were going to lose last night in heartbreak fashion, because Frank's probably like, "Oh, good, we got a Mets win. There we go." And then he's like, "Oh, look at that, my Knicks are up double digits. All is great."
Oh, Frank.
Yankees 4-3 victory over the Rangers. Blue Jays 14-0 win over the Padres. Damn, take one for the rest of us. Phillies 9-5 victory over the Rockies. Angels 10-5 victory over the A's. Angels are on a little streak right now.
Getting back, clawing their way back to 500.
Yeah, that was crazy. And then the Dodgers defeat the Diamondbacks last night 3-1. What do we got today, Steps?
All right, let me share my screen so I can toggle down so you can go get dressed.
Let's see.
All right. All right, we're good. All right. We already talked about Texas. They got Nathan Eovaldi on the mound. They're at the New York Yankees. Carlos Rodon, the lefty. I'm not sure how the Rangers fare against lefties, but there is some juice on the Yankees in this one. Do think the Yankees do win, but I don't think it's worth taking their side here. They are minus 154 on the money line. Maybe you look first five, like I said, not sure what their first five money line is, but I'm sure it's juiced as well. But I think someone asked about the total earlier. I think that this line should probably be around 7. So I would lean maybe the under, but I don't really like that at 7.5. So I would just pass altogether on that one. Blue Jays got Bowden Francis. Man, he had a pretty decent start to the season, but has gotten pretty much steamrolled as of late. Stephen Kolek on the other side was, I believe, a relief pitcher that got stretched out to a starter. Had a really good outing his last outing, but that might be a little smoke and mirrors there. So you got Blue Jays plus money at 107. San Diego minus 116 on the money line. And then you've got a total set here over under. I believe it is at 9. I do not like anything on this one. I would pass. Colorado Rockies are at home facing Philadelphia. Ranger Suarez, my boy, Ranger on the mound for the Phillies, and Jermaine Marquez on the mound for the Rockies. You've got a plus 257 money line on the Rockies. Maybe some value there, but I can't come to bet the Rockies. So, as far as the total there, you got 11.5. I'd probably lean the over there, but it's just probably with Ranger Suarez on the mound for Phillies. He's one of those pitchers that can go into Coors Field, and he's got shutout stuff, especially against a lineup like the Rockies. So if this does go over, I feel like it will be the Phillies doing all the work here. I do not trust Colorado. Oakland at home hosting Los Angeles. Like Will said, Los Angeles on a little comeback heater there, trying to fight to get back to 500. The A's have just been losing a lot lately. So they do have Luis Severino on the mound, who I would believe out of their rotation does give them the best chance to win. Tyler Anderson on the mound for the Angels. You got the A's at minus 145, and we're not going to pay minus 145 on the Oakland A's today. Plus 135 on the other side for the Angels. Don't think that they're going to win back-to-back here. You got a 9.5 total. If anything, I'd look at maybe taking the over in this one. I'm going to stay away, but this minor league ballpark that the Sacramento Athletics are playing in tends to trend to go over. It's hitter's ballpark. It's not as big as those major league parks, so they've got 3 levels, most of these major league parks, and then at these minor league parks, you're getting probably 1 level. So on a day where the wind's blowing out, it's more than likely to get caught up in those wind streams, and balls are going to carry out. You're going to have higher totals. So Pittsburgh. We'll get back to Detroit here in a second, but Pittsburgh. Mike Burrows, who the hell's that? He is on the mound for Pittsburgh today. They are at home against the Milwaukee Brewers with Carlos Rodriguez on the mound. You've got Pittsburgh plus 105 on the money line, minus 120 for the Brewers. I'd probably let's take a look at this Mike Burrows guy. I think we might get some value here taking Pittsburgh against the Brewers. Dreadful. Their team, they're a big disappointment this year. You got a 9.5 total. I think that you get some value here at plus 105, taking Pittsburgh at home on the money line here. So I'll probably take a look at taking Pittsburgh on the money line. Detroit at home, Jack Flaherty on the mound. Cleveland, Tanner Beebe on the mound, minus 135 favorite for Detroit at home, plus 127. With Guardians, I think this is a 50-50 coin flip, and you're getting plus money on the Guardians at plus 127. So I think there's good value taking the Guardians here on the road at Detroit. So plus 127, that's my favorite play of the day, is the Guardians. And then you've got a total over under. It's probably 8 most books, 7.5 some books. 7.5 doesn't seem too bad. I think I'd take that 7.5 on the over, but I do like the side for Cleveland for sure, 100% on that one. And then nighttime matchups here. We've got the Braves, which aren't listed because they're up higher a little bit because they're my first team on ESPN. So they listed out order, but you've got AJ Smith-Shawver on the mound for the Atlanta Braves at the Washington Nationals. The Washington Nationals are a plus 136 underdog. The Braves are a minus 148 favorite. That total is set at over 8.5. I would say in this one, AJ Smith-Shawver, rookie pitcher, has had a couple. I think his last 3 or 4 outings have been really, really good. Washington did win game 1 of this one, so this would be a back-to-back win. If Washington, who is kind of scrappy, they've shown that they can put some runs together. Trevor Williams on the mound for them, veteran who can give you a serviceable start. He's not gonna come out and wow you and shut teams out, but he can at least kind of keep you in a game. So if you want some value, I don't bet against my Braves, but you could get some value here taking Washington on the money line here at plus 136. Boston Red Sox at home. Lucas Giolito on the mound, hosting Cade Povich in the Baltimore Orioles. You got Boston minus 122 on the money line, plus 117 on the other side for Baltimore. And then you got a total set at over under 8.5. Baltimore sucks. I don't trust Baltimore, but at the same time, I do not trust Lucas Giolito for the Red Sox. He tends to get lit up. Over 8.5 would probably be my play here. I'm going to probably stay away from this one altogether, but I would lean towards the 8.5 total in that one. And then to close it out, we've got Will's Seattle Mariners with George Kirby on the mound at Houston with Lance McCullers Jr. on the mound. They are a plus 124 underdog at home, and Seattle is minus 132, and you've got a total of over 8.5. I would probably lean under here. I know Lance McCullers is coming back off of not pitching for quite some time. I can't. Every time I bet against the Mariners, they tend to burn me. So they've kind of made that list for me this year that they're overachieving. They're overachieving. So don't really want to bet against them right now. There's a couple teams like that I just can't get on the right side of. Minnesota Twins being one. Kansas City Royals being another, and the Seattle Mariners being the third. So, favorite play though of the day.
Morning, Donald Trump, Jesus Christ. This is good things are coming. That's right.
Cleveland Guardians money line. Lock it in.
Would you bet the no on the Mariners to win their division?
Yeah.
It's
I like Texas.
It's even money. It's even money.
I like Texas.
Okay. Hey, that was pretty impressive by me. I shit showered and got changed.
Yeah, that's dude. Did you wipe?
Yeah, and then I rinsed it out.
That was quick.
Yeah,
that was less than 5 minutes.
No, it was about 6 to 7 minutes.
That's very impressive.
Thank you.
That's an essential shower. That's one of those showers where you just wash the essential areas. There's no way you could.
I put soap in my hair and them all over my body, rinsed off.
Okay.
Hopped in, hop out.
Just making sure.
Let's see if I can find this real quick, John.
What are you looking for?
This.
By the way, I think the new background you need to make is it needs to be black. Are you listening to me?
Uh-huh.
And do your little new Game On logo at the bottom of the top, above me and you, like right now. Like it'd be, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I see. Like instead of the Super Bowl one there.
Yeah, so it'd be all black, but then you do that
Game On.
Your new one that you made for the green one. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the banner one.
Yeah. So you put the banner at the top, going across the top, and the banner going across the bottom, and then all black.
It just depends on how it looks when I'm solo, you know.
Then just do one banner at the bottom.
What you're talking about, that one? That one looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah. Do that.
That's
Do
not a bad
that.
idea, Steps. That's not a bad idea. Look at you coming in with good ideas.
The Super Bowl one is like so new AI-ish.
I
Does
love
that
it.
make sense?
I love it. Kicking YouTube off right now. Goodbye, YouTube. Come over to Rumble.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's time for you're about to go to work.
Oh, I know. I wanted to show you something. I can't play it on YouTube, so
Oh, okay.
I think this is it. Let's see.
The suspense.
I'm on the list.
Have you seen this?
What's the deal?
Mm-mm.
You look like you're hurt for certain.
Thanks for
Do not touch the merch, motherfucker. Take one step back, please. CeeLo, I need you outside guarding the door, please.
Dude,
Thank
John
you very
Goodman's
much.
lost a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right, yeah.
All right, gentlemen.
Sorry,
I
it's
need
not
that table
loud.
cleared, placed in front of Whip with a chair behind it. Now, please. I need a glass of water. I need a credit card. I need a $100 bill.
I got a 20.
She'll do. All right, Whip, banana boats are coming.
The
And
banana.
I need a Cocoa Puff.
A what?
Just take the tiniest little bit of tobacco out of the top of the cigarette, please. Damn, amateur now. We're almost home. Okay, baby. We're gonna do 2 small whiffs first. One on each side. Just a little primer. Get us started.
Okay. So this is after he like had a relapse and got hammered. And so he's drunk as hell right now, but he has to go to a Congress hearing, and they need him sobered up or appear sobered up.
What is this movie called?
Called Flight.
Little Cocoa Puff, buddy.
Little Cocoa Puff, buddy.
Who's the You.
That's why it's called a Cocoa Puff.
Now focus up, big dog. There's a train coming to you. Keep it down, big dog. Banana boat's coming. Banana boat. All right. Nothing keeps you down, dog. Nothing keeps that big dog down.
Y'all are up. Oh,
I don't.
shit. I'll take another.
Even Don Cheadle looks young.
Yeah, it's like 2012.
Thank you, brother.
I mean, that's probably how it is too. That's the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh,
Just constantly cleaning up messes that their politicians make.
oh man. Yeah. You should watch the movie. It's pretty good. Makes you
Flight.
never want to drink again.
I mean, I could live with that.
I know. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, great show today. This was fun. Thanks for joining me, Steps. You can join me this weekend. I'll be streaming a lot this weekend. Long weekend.
If you're around Sunday, but you haven't been around on Sunday, so
I'll be there Sunday.
okay.
And Monday. Monday's a
I'm getting
holiday.
ready. I'll be off for 6 weeks in June.
Do you have Monday off?
No.
Do you get holiday pay?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least you get holiday pay.
Yeah.
6 weeks off in June. That's gonna be fun.
Well, June and July, because
Oh.
it's 6 weeks longer than June.
I get you.
Yeah. So I'll get 4th of July, that holiday off. You know, I figured, I want some summertime.
Hell yeah, man. That's prime baseball watching time too.
Mm-hmm. So
I like it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have a good rest of your day. I'll be back tomorrow morning, bright and early, 4:30 a.m. Pacific Standard. 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. I don't work tomorrow, so we're gonna take a little Take a little extra
Little
half
sleep in.
little sleep in session. But we'll see you guys tomorrow. But until then,
Good luck. Good gambling.
and game on.